Hello everyone and thank you for joining me. The fountain pen that I will be using for today's scribble or sketch is the Waterman Hemisphere. I think this model is one of the more premium fountain pens coming from Waterman, I think. It definitely has a much better fit and finish than the Graduate fountain pen that I previously reviewed. As such, the prices on these are a little bit on the higher end depending on your local market. However, if you shop around, you can definitely find them for cheaper prices. I managed to get mine from Amazon for less than half the price that they were actually selling at, so deals can definitely be found if you are patient and look around. The fountain pen is a little bit more on the slim side of things, and it comes with a metal cap and barrel, but a plastic section, which I actually like. The good thing about it is that the barrel also has a plastic sleeve insert for the threads, so from that perspective, your threads should be safer over time because you don't have metal on plastic. The cap is pull-push type that clicks into place with a very satisfying click, and it posts quite nice and secure and decently deep. Balance, it's a little bit top-heavy once posted, but not too bad I would say. And unposted, the balance is perfect in my opinion. What I like the most about the fountain pen is the nib and feed setup. I have to say that Waterman nibs are on the top 5 of my favorite nibs. From all the Waterman nibs that I have so far, I was never really disappointed. I believe the nib size is number 5, and it is a little bit different from the Graduate fountain pen that I previously reviewed. The nib seems to be a little bit smaller, a little bit thicker, and the feed looks a little bit better than the Graduate. Today I will be using the Waterman Intense Black ink. I thought that it's appropriate considering that I'm using a Waterman fountain pen. The ink is decent, never really had any issues with it, and it has a very interesting shade to it, especially when you layer it. I used it before a couple of times in my videos as well, and as far as I remember, never really had any issues with it. Speaking of no issues, I actually had no issues with the nib from a writing perspective either. The nib works as it should. It is a little bit scratchy on reverse, but it's still usable, I would say. The big surprise for me is that the nib is marked as medium. I couldn't find a fine at the price that I bought it for, and from my perspective, it is an actual medium nib, not a broad as I usually get from other brands. And personally, I like this. I like it a lot. I can definitely work with this kind of medium nib. No actual line variation on the nib, and again, no issues. I really enjoy writing with this thing. And I think for writing I will most probably be using it unposted. I like the balance better. However, for drawings, most probably I will use it posted. For today's drawing I went for some sort of a plant, maybe. Did not really have any inspiration source. I kind of went for it and hoped for the best. I was kind of going for some flowing lines, hopefully, and then just kind of work the lines to try and give it some sort of a shape. Not my proudest drawing, maybe, but I guess it's alright in the end, at least for me. I think for the next couple of weeks, or whatever is left out of this year, damn, actually just hit me. This year it's almost over as well. Let's hope the next one brings some sanity to people around the world. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I think for the remaining of the year I will be trying to work with shapes, not shades. I mean, I guess it is shades too. And add things to try and twist them and hopefully capture movement somehow, or some sort of organic flowing scribbling lines. And I think maybe next year I'm ready to maybe move up to larger pieces of paper, maybe something like 9 by 12 format, Same brand of paper, I really like this type of paper, just a little bit larger. I'm starting to feel a little bit limited by the size that I'm using right now. I've been using, for the past almost 2 years now, the same size because the package that I'm using comes with 150 sheets. I wanted to try and finish all of them before trying to move on to a bigger size, and I'm almost there. I think I have left maybe something around 17 sheets from this package. I have wasted a few sheets on testing the paper, or as testing paper. Sometimes when I'm unsure about a nib and ink combination and how it might interact with the paper, I am using some sheets to test and see how that combo will look on the paper. I'm planning in one of my future sessions, when I'll be using a specific fountain pen, to do a couple of sketches, or better said scribbles, at the same time. Mostly because the pen will be using a lot of ink at the same time, I think. I'll guess we'll see when I get there. And that should help me finish all the paper sheets from the pack by the end of the year. Anyway, getting back to the pen that I'm using today, well, I like it. One thing that I had to do off camera as I was doing the scribble, I had to floss the nib. I think there was some debris between the tines and sometimes the lines were not very consistent. I don't really blame this on the fountain pen itself, I blame it on me. Believe it or not, I usually do not wash the fountain pens that I buy. I do wash the ones that are secondhand and when I buy the fountain pens used just to make sure they're clean, but I don't really wash the new ones. Well, unless I see some actual dirt or odd stuff when I visually inspect the nib. I know that goes a little bit against the recommendations, so don't do as I do as I say and wash your pens before using them. I'm just lazy most of the times. Other than that, and the fact that it did not came with a converter included, especially because if you buy it at the full price, these things are not really that cheap. I really have no complaints about the fountain pen. I do like it and I have no issues recommending it based on the copy that I have. Anywho, I guess this is it for me for today, for my ramblings for today. I'll let you enjoy the rest of the time-lapse in peace and quiet, whatever is left out of it. As you enjoyed, feel free to leave your comments below if you have any, and I will reply to them as soon as I get a chance. Thank you for joining me today. Hope I'll see you next time, and I wish you all the best and a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.